Welcome back to Glossop Wild Camping. Today is Monday the 12th of August. Apparently it's the hottest day of the year so far. So the only sensible response to such a fact is to put a heavy backpack on and go out and climb some very steep hills. Tonight's camp is a familiar one. It's probably going to be Mushroom Rock on top of Kinder. If not there, it will be in that vicinity. The last camp I did there, which was near the plane wreck, was great. So I might do that again, but we'll see when we get there. Again, I like to have a little bit of the element of the unknown. Anyway, some people are coming down and they're talking and they're basically pooing on my parade, so I'll say goodbye there and see you in a minute. Happy days. It's very rare that I get the chance to come out on a weekday, especially on a Monday. So I'm going to relish tonight. It's strange because I've got this feeling of almost like anxiety. It's quite strange. Feeling a little out of sorts. A bit how I used to feel the odd time when I used to wag it from school. You were having a good time, but there was guilt behind it. I don't know what I'm guilty about, but yeah, it's the summer holidays, so it's great to take an opportunity to do this. And as I've said in previous episodes, my wife is a very reasonable lady. She supports me in my ventures from time to time, as long as I don't do it too often and take the mick. It's a sweaty one, that's for sure. I haven't even properly started climbing yet, so this will be interesting. So the route I'm taking tonight, for those that maybe know the area, is I've walked from my house and I'm basically just come up through Whitfield. Behind me there is Brown Hill, disused quarry there. And we're going to go down the road and it's going to take us over a road called Derbyshire Level. And there's a path that makes its way up the moor quite gradually past a farm. And then we take a right through a gate and it takes us past the shooting cabin, which has been featured at least twice on my vids. So it's a very familiar route. Having to do a bit of road walking tonight, I didn't want to take the car. I thought for the sake of an extra half an hour walking, I'll just go on foot all the way and not cheat and not have to worry about the car being left either. So yeah, decided to make myself a little challenge. Having reviewed my videos, I think I speak too fast. I don't think before I speak, and I do a lot of ers. So, not counting that one, I'm going to try and challenge myself not to say what I just said at all throughout this video. Let's see if it's possible. I think I'll slip up, and I'm not allowed to edit it out if I do either. That's the other part of the challenge. Tonight I'm going to be cooking something a bit different. Instead of making a chilli or something tinned, or even making a curry, homemade curry, and bringing that in a tub, I'm actually going to be cooking some burgers fresh tonight. And I brought with me some seasoning and some sauce. I thought to myself, wouldn't it be nice to have some fresh onion with it? So I chopped some up, put it into a little resealable bag. I keep getting wafts of onion smell from my backpack, so everything is going to stink of onion. So that's nice. I'll be very, very attractive when I come home tomorrow to my wife smelling of onion, with onion smelling clothes. I'm sure she'll find me incredibly attractive. We all know that onions are like a magnet for ladies. Look at that beautiful heather. That colour's beginning to really pop now. Can just about make out the shooting cabin there. That's where we're heading! Gonna take a little time to think things over. Better read between the lines, in case I need it when I'm older. One man on a lonely platform, one case sitting by his side, two eyes staring cold and silent, shows fear as he turns to hide. Living life large, pleasure grabbing, standing outside the shooting cabin. Well, in between the wafts of onion, there are nosefuls of this wonderful flowering heather. Just drifting on the wind, lovely smell. Don't know if anyone here has tried heather honey, but I highly recommend it. Absolutely delicious. So in the centre of the screen approximately, I'm hoping you can see the trig point up there, that's Harry Hut. To the right we've got Whitley Nab with the trees on it, and to the left of that, the higher part there, that's Cown Edge. And then if we move to the right, hopefully you'll be able to see Glossop and Dinting Arches down there. Not sure how the picture's looking because the auto exposure on this camera is working hard today. Quite a lot of contrast. And over there we have higher shelf stones, and I'm getting bitten to death by midges, so I'm going to get going. Not a huge amount of wind, which I could do with, to be fair, because the midges, as soon as you stand still, they're on you like a rash. Anyway, we started the walk about, I think it was about 5:45 latest, possibly 22. It's now approaching 7:05, and I can see the top of Kinder just pop over now. So I've got to make my way along the Pennine Way, up Mill Hill, and then up Ashop Head. And I'm hoping I should be there by 8 o'clock, in which case that's pretty good going, considering it's so hot. The heat really does slow me down, there's no doubt about that. I'll just quickly turn you around and show you the fact that the Kinder Plateau is now in sight. There we are. Can I get there in an hour? Let's see. So there we are, Pennine Way. Fairly easy walking now along here. Should be about half an hour to 40 minutes tops to get to Ashop Head, I'd say. And then I'm hoping that within, let's say 15, absolute worst case 20 minutes, I should be at Mushroom Rock. We believe through the lies and the faking that life goes free. The scoundrel days. Here we are, summit of Mill Hill. The time is 7:20. Look at the Kinder Plateau, the way it sweeps down there towards Kinder Reservoir. And we've got Ashop Head right in front of us here, which we're going to do in a minute, and then just a absolutely glorious scene there looking down the Ashop Valley. Never gets old, that. Absolutely beautiful. This is definitely my happy place. Right, let's go and climb that, shall we? This mountain I must climb feels like a world upon my shoulders. Through the clouds I see love shine. It keeps me warm as life grows colder. Well, I am so grateful that I've come out on a Monday evening, because this southern edge is normally so busy. I would certainly have expected to see some walkers on the stretch of path, the Pennine Way that goes towards Mill Hill and down Ashop Head, but here I am, not far from Mushroom Rock now, and I haven't seen a soul. Absolutely delightful. This is what we come here for. Total escapism. I spy with my huge pulsating bloodshot eye, I spy a Mushroom Rock. Well, the sun's just gone down. It's just gone 10 to 9. And things are looking beautiful. I think it might be time to get some tea on. Just one last look at that beautiful sky before I show you what I'm about to eat for my tea. Well, good evening and welcome to my parlour. Now, I've brought my spirit burner tonight. And the only reason why is because with it I get this, the lid here doubles up as a frying pan with a little handle. So that'll be perfect for what I'm having tonight. So, calling it Lidl today and saw these. And I thought, yeah, I think I'll give those a go. The ultimate beef burger with dry aged beef for 21 days and prime cuts of chuck brisket and short rib made with bone marrow. You couldn't have refused yourself, admit it. With that, I've got 4 pita breads here. So I was just thinking of pita burgers. I've got my stinky bag of fresh red onion, and what else have I got? I've got a couple of little pots with me. That one is reggae sauce. This one is black pepper and ground Himalayan salt. So I'm going to get these sizzling and hopefully it'll all work out just fine. Got some crisps for later if need be, and for the morning I thought I'll actually have a little bit of breakfast for a change. I've got a granola bar here, and what else? Yeah, a Heinz tomato soup as well. So nice to have a couple of things in the morning just before I make my way back. So let's get cooking. Gourmet food. Oh yes. It's going to be messy to eat, but very tasty. Well, it's getting late. I've had my tea. I've had a little bit of Kilchoman whiskey. Still got the last dregs of that, which I'm using up tonight, I think. The time is just gone 10 to 11. I think what I'll do, sit at AA, just look at the view behind me. I'm not sure if the lights are coming out on the camera, but behind me is all the lights from Manchester and Cheshire Plain, as clear as a bell, which is brilliant. So I think what I'm going to do is stick my earphones in, listen to a few tunes and drift off to sleep. Pick it up in the morning, guys. Night night. Well, it is 6:45. I've been awake from about just before 5:30 when the sun came up. I really struggled to sleep in sunlight, to be honest. And there was some clag down, but as you can see, it's clearing. It's looking like it's going to be a nice sunny morning. Certainly sunny spells anyway. So I've done the only sensible thing to try and wake up. Not one, but 2 coffee sachets in here, plus some Cravendale full cream milk as well. So that's a nice big tub of coffee to try and wake up this weary old man. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Not a bad night. Again, fairly patchy, but I got a good solid, I'd say, 5.5 hours or something like that of sleep. I can live off that, just every so often. Normally I'd expect about 7 or even 8 on an ideal world. Despite the heat yesterday, it got down to about 10 degrees in the tent last night, and there was a lot of condensation on the tent, on the inside and on the outside, which I was surprised at seeing, but that's Kinder for you. You can never tell what it's going to do next. Some of the most enthralling scenes in this area are seen in the mornings, and if you can be bothered getting up for dawn, you can often see some truly awe-inspiring sunrises. I must admit, I'm not inclined to get up that early very often. I think I did it once on one of the earlier videos at Lower Shelfstones. That was special. Good morning, sheep.
Not sure if that young lady over there is in shot or not, but she's coming over. I always wonder where they go at night time. There was no sign of them all night last night. Once it got past tea time, they were off. Well, that's the coffee drunk. The time is now just gone 7:05. So I think I'm going to chill for a bit longer, perhaps till past, and then maybe start packing up. And that way, if I can get away from here by absolute latest 8 a.m, I'll need probably 2 hours or so to get back to Glossop. And then I've got a day's work ahead of me. Whether I'll get around to editing a video tonight so it's out for you guys tomorrow, I don't know, but I'll try. Anyway, all glory to Jesus for a beautiful morning. Still some clag hanging around, but it's on the distant hills really. The actual Kinderplatte looks pretty clear now. Right, anyway, as I said, chill out for a while and I'll pick up back with you guys once I'm off home. Well, just to prove I've left no trace, I've got Gertrude here just to inspect the pitch, and she seems pretty satisfied that I've left no trace. So yeah, the only evidence of my ass is a patch of flattened grass. Hey Gertrude. Obviously used to campers, aren't you? My days. You'd probably eat them out of my hand if I had something. By the way, I don't think it's a good idea to feed sheep. Let them feed on the grass that they were born to eat, eh? Right, so the time is now just gone 10 to 8. All I've got to do now is put my tent in my backpack and I'm ready to leave. Later, Mushroom Rock. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm hoping you can hear me above the wind. I've got my little microphone, clip-on microphone here hidden underneath my fleece, so hopefully we're okay. I've done this route a few times now, and from here on, this is the top of Ashop Head. I'm standing on the cairn here. But from here on in, it's a bit samey, if I'm honest with you, and I've recorded it before, so I might sign out here. And I'll just want to thank you so much for joining me virtually on this latest adventure. As always, it was superb. Really enjoyed it, especially with it being a Monday evening and now it's a Tuesday morning, and again, it's not that busy. I've just passed 3 lads up the top there, and otherwise it's very quiet. So just the kind of camp I love. So please do comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all on the next one. Thank you and goodbye.